See an ace and then go low. If your hunch is right, the cash will flow on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, terrific. Thank you very much. You've made my day. Welcome to Card Sharks. Hey, that was a pretty good poem there. That opening poem was sent in by Richard Shaw of Fort Lee, New Jersey. If your hunch is right, the cash will flow. That's a nice one. Thank you, Richard. Speaking of the cash flowing, we're going to do that right now because we have a champion who is about to play the money cards where she can win thousands. Let's bring her out right now. Kathy Gordon. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You ready?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
Won't you remind us a little about yourself for some new viewers, possibly?
My name is Kathy Gordon. I'm flight attendant with a major air carrier based here in Los Angeles. I've been flying for 10 years.
How far? Do you like to take the long trips or the short hops? Which are better?
I prefer the transcons.
Yeah, how far do you like to go?
On an airplane?
No, wait, no, on an airplane. Everybody's taking it. No, let's start that again now. What is the furthest you've gone on a trip?
My long...
On an air. This is going further downhill, Fred. Go ahead. Bail me out, Kathy.
Los Angeles, Amsterdam.
That's it. That's the one.
Non-stop.
Okay.
That's a long one.
We'll drop it right now before I go further down here. Kathy's won $1,900 so far. Now she's going to play the money cards and maybe win a lot more. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on up, Kathy. Kathy, you won $200 winning the game. That, of course, is yours to keep. And now we've got a brand new deck of cards for you, all shuffled and cut. And we're going to give you new money to play with. This time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, $200 in these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 until you get to that top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
I hope you tear it up now, Kathy. Here's $200 to start with. And as in the game, we'll give you a choice of 2 base cards, and your first one is a jack. Do you want to play that?
Yeah, I'm going to play the jack.
All
I'm
right.
going to go $100 lower.
How much?
100.
$100.
100.
Lower than a jack for $100. And it is. It's a 6. All right, you're off and rolling, Kathy. You've got $300 now and a 6.
Okay, I'm going to go $50. $100 that it's higher.
I couldn't hear you, Kathy. How much is the bet?
$100 that it's higher.
I couldn't hear the bet. I heard the higher. $100. Higher than a 6. And it is. It's a 9. $400 now
Okay,
and a 9.
$100 that it's lower. $100 lower.
Again, the $100 bet, this time lower than a 9. And, oh no, another 9, not lower. You lose that 100, but that 9 moves up to the second level where we give you the other $200 of betting money. Kathy, you've got $500 and 4 cards to go.
And a 9.
And a 9.
Okay, I'm gonna go lower again. And I'm gonna go lower for $200.
Doubling up on the 9 now. $200 lower than a 9. Yeah, a 4. Okay. $700 and a much better card.
Okay, I am going to go $400 that it is higher.
Let's see a face card. $400 higher than a 4. Oh yeah, big ace. Had a great time to get it with $1,100, Kathy.
Everything that it is lower.
Only another ace would cost you, but if it's not another ace, you've got $2,200, and you do. Now with a 6, we move it up. You must bet at least $1,100. You can bet more. Kathy, you have $2,200 and a 6.
$1,100 that it is higher.
$1,100. Higher than a 6 for a $1,100 bet? No. Lost it. But you held back and came out of that pretty good, Kathy, with $1,100. Good you had a little restraint there in that 6. Come on down here, Kath. Nicely. You were a little wary of that 6.
Oh, yeah, I didn't trust it.
Came out pretty good because your winnings are now at $3,000, Kathy, and we'll meet a new challenger right after this. And we're back with our champion, Kathy, doing very well. Kathy, you all set now to meet a new challenger?
I'm ready.
All right, let's open the board and get to the cards. Get the board all opened up, and we'll set up with the 2 decks of cards, 2 brand new decks. Janice and Ann, if you will, start dealing them out. And while our ladies do that, we'll meet a new lady on Card Charge. Hi there, Dodie. Dodie Cole. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You rushed out there pretty good.
I'm ready to go.
Won't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm Dodie Cole, and I'm from Marina Del Rey. I recently graduated from UCLA, and I'm currently working for a major bank in commercial and corporate loans.
Good. You enjoying the new work there?
Yes.
Good. Nice to have you here with us, Dodie.
Thank you.
Good luck in the match. Good luck to both of you. Each player has her own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. The upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Kathy. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger, Dodie. But before you can begin to call the cards, you must first win a high-low toss-up question. And Kathy, first question goes to you. We asked 100 women a ridiculous question. For $10,000, would you agree to have your jaws wired shut for a year? How many women said they would agree to have their jaws wired shut for a year?
No, that's impossible. No, I'm not going to go very high on that. 35.
How many?
35.
35. She says 35 women would agree to have their jaws wired for a year for $10,000. Higher or lower?
Oh, I don't think so. I'll say that's much lower.
You say lower. If it is lower, Dodie, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Kathy. The actual number of women who for $10,000 would have their jaws wired shut for a year is 18. It's lower. Dodie. Dodie, we'll look at your base card. You start with a big ace.
Oh, wow. Great card, Jim. I'll go lower.
Lower than an ace? Yes, it's a jack. Remember, you can
good
freeze
card.
at any time. Your decision.
Lower.
Going to continue. Lower than a jack? Oh, no. Not lower. A king, so you lose both cards back to the base card, and you give Kathy a free chance to play a 9. Now, you didn't win the question. You cannot change it, Kathy.
I'm going lower.
Lower than a 9? Yes, it's a 7.
Freeze.
She'll freeze it. And we'll move the freeze bar over so we can't take those cards away from you as we fill in the spaces. Dodie, the question to you. We asked 100 married men, what is your wife's bra size? Then we checked the answers with the wives to make sure. How many men could tell us what their wife's correct bra size was?
Oh, boy. Since they're married, I would think they would know. I'd say at least 70.
70. 70 new, Kathy. Higher or lower?
No, I don't think that they know that much about those things, so I am going lower.
You say lower.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer either, but Kathy, I have to agree with you because I don't know my wife. We'll find out. The actual number of married men who knew their wife's correct bra size is 27. It's lower. Kathy. Yeah, they don't know much about those things.
No,
now
I
you
do
can
not
change
want-
the 7.
No, I do not want that 7.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. It is, oh, it's another 7. Well,
That's not
you
my
are destined to
tail.
play a 7, Kathy.
Okay, I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 7. And it is, it's a king.
I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a king. Yes, it's a 9.
I'm going to freeze.
And she'll freeze, needing just 1 card to win the first game in our best 2 out of 3 match. Kathy, we asked 100 people, do you believe that American astronauts really landed on the moon, or do you think the whole thing was a hoax? How many people said they thought the whole thing was a hoax?
Oh, that's a movie now. I think most people would believe it. They paid a lot in taxes. They want to believe it. So I'm going to say that probably 25 people would say it was a hoax.
She says 25 said it was a hoax.
No, I saw the movie, and I think it's a lot lower.
You say it's lower than that?
Yes.
That's right. They did do a movie about that,
Yes.
didn't they? The actual number of skeptics who believe American astronauts never really landed on the moon is 28. It's not lower, Kathy. Wow.
Okay.
That is
Oh,
a
should I keep
surprising
that
poll.
9?
What do you think of the 9?
9s have been so bad for me. I'm going to go lower on it. I'll keep it and go lower.
You're going to keep it?
Yeah.
You're not going to change it?
No.
She's going to play it? Well, if she's right and it's lower, you've won the first game of the match. It is! You've done it! Well, I was surprised you played it. Game number 1 to the champion. She has $100, and the best 2 out of 3. We'll find out who's going to play the money cards right after this. Don't go away. Our world-traveling stewardess, Kathy Gordon, has game number 1 and $100, so the pressure's on Dodie now. She needs this game. Janice will deal out the cards. Same 2 decks of cards. Dodie, question to you. We asked 100 U.S. Marines. Would it bother you if your superior officer were a woman? How many Marines said yes, it would bother them?
Boy, the services are pretty conservative. I'd say 70.
70 would be bothered if the boss were a woman.
I don't think the Marines would take well to having a woman superior, so I am going higher.
Higher than that?
Yeah.
The actual number of Marines who said it would bother them if their superior officer were a woman is 30. It's not higher, Dodie. And again, we've got a surprise. Dodie, your base card is a 10.
Oh, I'm going to change it.
See if we can improve it. You've got to play this one. And she did improve it.
I like that. Jim, I think the next card's lower.
Lower than a king? Oh, no. Wow. An ace had to come up right there. So Kathy gets a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6? Yes, it's an 8.
I'm going to freeze.
And she'll freeze on that 1 card. And the question goes to you, Kathy. We asked 100 women. This is an interesting one. I like this one. If a world-famous artist wanted to paint you in the nude, would you pose for him? How many women said they would pose for a world-famous artist?
If it's a world-famous artist, then the piece is going to be seen all around the world. So I'm going to go low on it, and I'm going to say 35.
35 would pose for a world-famous artist, Dodie.
Well, I think women would want to be famous, too, so I'd say much higher.
You say higher?
Yeah.
You figure they want to be the new Mona Lisa,
That's
right?
it.
The actual number of women who would pose in the nude for a world-famous artist is 21. Not higher, Kathy.
Okay, I do not want that 8.
And we'll change the 8 to another 8.
You keep doing that to me.
I'm sorry about that, Kathy.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than an 8? No, it's a 3. And Dodie gets a chance to play off the king to call this.
Lower again.
Lower than a king. And this time it is for the queen.
Good. Lower.
Lower than a queen? No! Wow. Dodie, you get those high cards at the most inopportune time. Question 3 goes to you, Dodie. We asked 100 women. Have you ever written a check you knew was for more money than you had in your account? How many women admitted that they had?
Oh, I'm sure many women have. I'd say 80.
80 have done that. Kathy?
Hasn't everybody done that? Higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of women who admitted they had written a check they knew was for more than they had in their account is 42. Not higher, Dodie. Yeah, it might happen occasionally, accidentally, but it doesn't happen that often on purpose. You're still looking at a king, Dodie.
One more time, lower.
Lower than a king. First time you got a card that's not a face card, and it has to be an 8.
I'm going to freeze.
And you'll freeze it. We've got a tie. Both players need 3 cards, and we're at the 4th and final question. It's sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Kathy, we asked 100 8th grade boys. Which would you prefer, having brothers and sisters or being an only child? How many 8th grade boys said they would prefer being an only child?
Oh, in the 8th grade. I would be an only child.
That's right.
I would
How many
say
preferred to be an only child?
40.
40. Preferred being an only child, Dodie. Higher or lower?
Oh, I think that's lower.
You say lower. The actual number of 8th grade boys who would prefer being an only child is 25. It's lower, Dodie. Now, Dodie, it's sudden death. Listen carefully. You have an 8. You have the right to change it. You won the question. But you'd have to turn over these 3 cards. One mistake and Kathy wins. However, you have control. You can force Kathy to play off this 8, which she cannot change. She would have to turn over 3 cards, or the game is yours. Your decision, Dodie. Play it or pass it?
Pass it to Kathy.
No.
All right, Kathy, if you can turn them all over, you've won the championship. But if you make one mistake, we've got a tie. You've got an 8. Call this.
Higher.
Higher than an 8. No, right away, it's not higher, and Dodie has tied it up. You had the control, you took advantage of it, Dodie. And let us quickly set up for the tiebreaker now. And each player with one game and $100. The winner of the match plays the money cards. Just 3 cards up there with the tiebreaker and 3 questions. Dodie, we asked 100 men who have been married 25 years or more. Are you still jealous when other men flirt with your wife? How many men said they are still jealous?
Oh, I think of my father now, and I'd say 30.
30 are still jealous even after 25 years, Kathy. Higher or lower?
I'm going to go with the odds, and I'm going to go higher.
Say higher.
Yeah.
The actual number of men married 25 years or more who were still jealous when other men flirted with their wife is 48. It's higher, Kathy.
Hey.
And your base card in the tiebreaker, Kathy, a big ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. Very much lower, a 3.
Higher.
If it's higher, you retain the championship. Yes, it's a 6, and she did it. Great cards up there, Kathy. Congratulations. Dodie, you were done in by that ace. Thank you for joining us. You've got $100 and some parting gifts. Thanks for being here, Dodie. Come on down, Kathy. Good job. Kathy will play the money cards again right after we take time out for this. We're back with our champion, Kathy Gordon. Kathy, you were telling me not only have you won $3,200, but there's another benefit to Card Sharks. What's that?
There certainly is. I've lost 4 pounds so far on Card Sharks.
Don't be nervous. Relax. We'll start dealing out the cards now for the money cards with a brand new deck, all shuffled and cut. And again, you're going to have 7 cards to play with. You decide how you want to bet them. A lot of money up there. If you can double up, you play them very well. You've had some good cards and some bad cards. You've played the money cards well. Let's do it again with great cards this time, okay?
Okay, great cards.
$200. Give you the $200, and we'll give you this base card first, a 6. Do you want that, or do you want to change it?
No, I don't want that.
All right, you've got to play this one. I hope it's a good change. Yes, it is. A little better card,
okay,
a 5.
I'll bet $100 that it is higher.
$100. Higher than a 5, and it is. It's a 10.
Okay.
You got $300, Kathy.
I will bet $150 that it is lower.
Betting half of it again, $150. Lower than a 10. Oh, yes, very much lower, a 2.
Okay, I'm going to bet the whole thing that it is higher.
$450. Higher than a 2. Oh, a 3, but still a great card. $900. We move that very nice 3 up and give you the other $200. Kathy, you've got $1,100, and you're looking at a great card.
I'm going to bet $500 that it is higher. $500.
$500 on a 3. Higher than a 3. It's a 9, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you were a little conservative on that one, Kathy, but it paid off for you. You've got $1,600 now, and you're looking at a 9.
Okay, I'm going to bet $200 that it's lower. I don't like the 9s. They haven't been good to me.
Oh, well, I hope this one is. $200 lower than a 9. No, it's a 10. You're right. They still fail you. Down to $1,400 with a 10 and still 2 cards to go.
Okay, I'm going to give it $400 that it is lower.
$400. Lower than a 10 for $400. No, it's a queen. But it's a good card to move up for the big bet. You've got $1,000, Kathy. You must bet at least $500. You can bet more. What's your big bet?
I'm going to bet all of it that it's lower. Why not?
Are they talking you into anything?
They talked me into it.
They talked you into it. Well,
They're
they
getting
better
vibes.
root. $1,000. Lower than a queen? No! No! Kathy, don't pay any attention to them. What do they know?
Send them home.
Come on down here with me, Kathy. You still have $3,200, and you're still our champion. Maybe she'll get another crack at the money cards. We'll meet a new challenger in a moment. Right now, we're going to take time out for this. Kathy, I must ask you while I have a moment, how come you were so conservative on the 3?
I don't know. I just saw it and
You didn't like the looks of that car. You know, that might have changed everything for you because you would have, I think, had more money at the top, and I don't know if you would have bet at all looking at a queen if you had more money up there. So it might have made a big difference.
It might have. I don't know.
I don't know. But Kathy will meet a new challenger, and maybe she'll get another chance at it next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Frigidaire's exclusive laundry center. It's the washer and dryer in a single cabinet just 2 feet wide and offering both delicate and regular wash cycles furnished by Frigidaire. And some of our contestants will receive from Gallery of Homes a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes Brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And the Maxipedic by Simmons, designed in cooperation with an orthopedic surgeon. Features a built-in bedboard in the box spring for super comfort and support from Simmons. And from Kinney Shoes, the great American shoe store. An up-to-the-minute selection of fashion footwear. Kinney Shoes not only fit your feet, they fit your life. And 2 days rental of HR's portable steam carpet cleaning system with a supply of cleaning chemicals. HR Carpet Care Centers available in supermarkets. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.